Zoo-wee mama! My name is Docty, and I'm so excited to bring you my first look and impressions of Phastos. I've already put hours and hours of playtesting into finding Phastos' best decks, combos, synergies, the do's, the don'ts, and I'm going to tell you all about it in this video. So whether you're trying to find the best Phastos deck to just win more games, or if you're still undecided if you want to open for Phastos this week, keep watching. I'm going to help you decide. Phastos is one of the Eternals who is built by Arishem, and in Marvel Snap, he's a 3-cost, 3-powered card with the awesome ability on reveal, give each card in your deck either -1 cost or +2 power. Now, I'm going to show some incredible gameplay footage in this video, but to sum it up, Phastos is like a Koye on steroids, and if you manage to trigger him more than once, it gets crazy. So my first impressions of Phastos are that he is incredibly fun, but he's also very powerful. Now, in terms of being fun, he has this delayed gratification. Even if you play him right on turn 3, you don't see the magic happening yet. You're waiting to see what you draw on turn 4. Are you drawing that Sebastian Shaw, that Brood, that Sarah? Did it get the -1 cost discount or the +2, right? You're waiting to see what you get, but all of the outcomes are good, and that's exciting. That's awesome. And he is also just a powerhouse. He can be a real win condition in the decks that synergize with him properly. If you have multiple good targets for his cost reduction or his power buff, he can just win you some games. Now, before we jump into Phastos' best synergies, I wanted to give some clarifications about his ability. First up is that he has no minimum cost. If he hits a 1-cost card in your deck and gives it -1 cost, that card now costs 0. When you draw it, it is completely free. If you manage to trigger him more than once, he's not guaranteed to give the same bonus to each card in your deck. Some cards may get +2 power twice, or they may get +2 power the first time, and then -1 cost the second time, and so on. You basically want to play him as early as possible every single game, so he works best in decks that you can put him in and he can be your go-to play on turn 3. He's great paired alongside cards that get extra bonuses from either his cost reduction or his power buff, and he loves having extra card draw or an extra turn to draw one more card so you can get more value out of his ability. Now to talk about the best synergistic cards that I found for Phastos. First up is a card like Nico Manure. She can add power to cards, but she can also destroy something to draw 2 cards, and Phastos really benefits from card draw. Then we've got a card like Forge. Phastos can power some stuff up, Forge powers stuff up. They like the same cards. A card like Okoye, again, she powers stuff up, so does Phastos. You just get this extra benefit. All the cards in your deck just seem roided out, and your opponent doesn't really know what to play around. Something like Mysterio, when Phastos hits Mysterio, if he hits the +2 power, he's given +2 to Mysterio and each of the clones. So that is +6 power from one trigger. Same thing with Brood. Very happy to get the plus power, but if you get the -1 cost, you're not upset either. Magic doesn't directly draw a card, but she does extend the game to a 7th turn, in which case you will draw one more card on turn 7 that has the Phastos buff. Silver Surfer can add +2 power to Phastos directly, and he also just buffs up all of the other 3-cost cards that Phastos loves, like Magic, Sebastian Shaw, and Brood. Speaking of Sebastian Shaw, of course he loves Phastos. He's happy to get the +2 power, and he's happy to get the -1 cost. A card like Absorbing Man I thought would be too much effort, but I actually found really good success. Okay, if I did get Phastos right on turn 3, that was really good, and following up with turn 4, especially if the game had 7 turns, felt like just a guaranteed win by that point. And then Adam Warlock is now basically god tier with Phastos. If you get him down on turn 4 or on turn 5 with a bunch of power, then he just draws your whole deck and all the cards are buffed. No, this card's probably still a meme. Now I'm going to talk about the 3 best decks that I came up with for Phastos, and I'm going to show gameplay for each of them. So I'm going to start off with my favorite. It was this Power Up Surfer, okay? This deck was awesome. I mean, first of all, who doesn't love Silver Surfer? And this isn't the kind where you've got Wong and Odin and it takes 5 minutes to get through the animation of Odin triggering a bajillion times. No, no, no. This is just a nice, friendly surfer list. We do have magic in here to make the game go 7 turns, help you draw more cards from Phastos, but we don't have Sarah because, well, we don't really need it. We have an extra turn. We have a good number of cheaper cards. We got a couple 2 costs in here, and Phastos will discount some of the cards for us. So when we don't have Sarah, we actually end up with more 3-cost cards on the board that Surfer powers up, and Phastos already powers some of those up as well. So you play Phastos right on turn 3, he's kind of building power over time, kind of like a really early Surfer, and then at the end you slap down Surfer if you manage to draw him and just power things up even more. Now on the side here, I am going to show some replacement card options. Overall, this deck is very cheap and most of the cards can be replaced. Okay, really the core package here is Okoye, Brood, Magic, Silver Surfer, Phastos, of course, and Sebastian Shaw, okay? But stuff like Sage, Gladiator, you know, you can take them out, put in something like Wolfsbane, or just a card with tech ability like Rogue, you know, mix and match based on what you have in your collection. But this deck is good, this deck is fun, and I expect this to be the best home for Phastos going forward. Alright, we've got Krakoa, but we're just going to buff up everything we play. I mean, Krakoa is actually very nice for us if we save that for later. Let's Chavez. That means our turn 2 card is buffed up, whatever we draw. And then when we play Okoye next turn, everything we draw turns 3 and later is also buffed up. So we have everything buffed, besides the cards that started in our hand. That feels pretty good here. We will play the Okoye. Hopefully we can draw into Phastos. We're going to get some Hulks. Oh, that's Sebastian Shaw is going to love Krakoa. Yeah, I think we're just going to run away with this game. Our opponent probably retreats on this one. If we get Phastos, icing on the cake. If not, we're still just crushing. Let's see what we get here. Okay, Asteroid M. There's the Phastos. Okay. So, I think I'm going to be a bit fancy. I could Phastos Gamma Lab. He would move anyways. Okay, it wouldn't work. I was trying to be fancy, saying I'm not going to turn him into the Hulk anyways. But I couldn't if I wanted to. Okay, because we do want to Absorbing Man our Phastos, and that means Phastos does have to be on the board. He transformed into the Hulk. Absorbing Man would not work. Our opponent's looking good in the middle. They did end up with 3 Hulks, but we have magic. This game is a done deal, in my opinion. Because what we're going to do is we're going to hit this with Absorbing Man. Now we're adding a second buff to cards in our deck. And magic is going to buy us 1 extra turn. That's 1 extra draw. So we will have drawn 4 cards that got buffed by first Phastos. And then the second, third, and fourth also got the Absorbing Man of Phastos buff. So they're crazy. Okay. Yeah, we have the 2 cost, 3 power Sage. She is seeing a lot of buffs. These cards are very happy. Okay, even my magic is 5 power. That's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead. Magic into Forge. Into Sebastian Shaw on the left. Looks absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Yeah, this is going to be good. I don't know if the opponent's going to retreat here. I don't know what this this test server opponent is thinking. How confident they are seeing all these buffs come down on my side of the board. They've got a cloak. Okay, I can't really use that. I mean, I could move a Hulk over. But I actually don't want to be winning too much. I don't want to be too far ahead, make them retreat. So this is good. We could Grandmaster. Grandmaster would allow another Phastos buff. That would be crazy. So we're going to play Shaw here. The question is, do we Grandmaster? It is going to add more power to the right, so I'm actually winning there. I think we save him. I think if we draw our Silver Surfer, that's what we save Grandmaster for. So let's go ahead. This Shaw and Krakoa is absolutely disgusting. We're kind of popping off here. Okay, my opponent just has one space on the board with a move deck. You know, I've seen move played, and it seems like you don't want to fill your board that much, but hey, what are you going to do? All right, Krakoa is taking a bit of time to register, but I think we just added 12 power to our Silver Surfer, who's a 115. We have a 115 Silver Surfer. Krakoa gave him plus 12 power. Okoye gave him plus 1. Both Phastos and Phastos Absorbing Man gave him minus 1 cost. So we're going to hit our 115 Silver Surfer with a 2-7 Grandmaster. This looks amazing. Okay, we are just popping off here. Okay, I'm going to play Sage first. And then Surfer does kind of just win the middle for me. Right? He just kind of goes big. Man, those are some big cards. Okay, they got the Heimdall, of course. Heimdall when you can't move anything. Hey, it's 9 power. 9 power is not bad, right? But all I know is over 30 power on my left, middle, and right lane look pretty dang good. We actually missed 30 on the left. We only got a measly 27 on the left lane. 41 in the middle, 38 on the right. Victory. Yeah, the Phastos into Absorbing Man, it goes big. The next deck list that I've really been enjoying is this fast bounce list. Okay, this is a bounce deck where we've got Phastos in it, hence the name. And this is really good. He has Mysterio. Mysterio is such a good target for the +2, but other cards are happy to get the plus power as well. And what's nice here is that you do have discounts from Phastos. You do have discounts from Beast the turn after he bounces stuff back to hand. So sometimes you just come out on turn 6, just play a ton of cards, power up your Bishop a lot, get a really big hit monkey, and it's really hard for your opponent to plan for. I mean, bounce is already kind of difficult because you're playing cards, sending them back to hand, playing them again, but now with the Phastos, your opponent doesn't know how cheap your cards are or how powerful they are, so you can really steal some cubes with this one. All right, we've got our Phastos and our Bishop. That's looking pretty good. We do not need to play Nico right now. We will go ahead and hold on to her. But this game's shaping up well. We could even beast the Phastos if we're really feeling it. Giving us a copy of our opponent's highest cost card. What are we getting? Jubilee. Okay, maybe all the big stuff is in their deck. That doesn't feel great. We can hit our Phastos with this Nico if we want. Doesn't mean we're not going to bounce it back, but I think that's okay. Let's go ahead. Play Nico, play Phastos, and then maybe we'll set up the Bishop and start going from there. We can bounce back the Nico as well. And then we'll just start drawing some really strong or really cheap cards. Oh my goodness, Sister London, wait a minute. I think we do this. I think we are doing this. It a bit defeats the purpose of Bast now if we do draw Bast. If we draw Bast right away, it's fine. If we draw Bast later, it kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, we missed it because of the Demon. Dang it, dang it. Oh, man. Okay, I think we do risk this. And we just hope Bishop goes left. It's a bit risky, but I'm okay with that. Even if Bishop doesn't go left, we're okay. Yeah, I really wish we got the double Phastos buff, but you know, the hood's only -1 power, normally at -3, so kind kind of mitigate that. Okay, they played magic. Good, because our bishop did not go left. Our opponent was going to win that lane. So we didn't like that. We should probably bounce some stuff back to hand. We do have a Sage and a Beast. A 2/5 Falcon. Doesn't look too bad either. But I think we just Sage it and Beast it. Oh, we could actually do this on Sinister London, though. I mean, that might be the move. If she goes middle, it kind of sucks. I think our hand's full. No, we're limited by hand space here. It's too fancy. We don't need to be so greedy. Okay, we got the Phastos buff. We are drawing just powered up cards. We're feeling good. Our late draws here would normally be bad if it gets Angela or Kitty Pryde. It's normally too late, it'd feel weak. But if they're buffed up a little bit, it's not so bad. Okay. They got the Jubilee. You can pull two stuff out of their deck. Devil Dino, ugh. That's a big boy. And a Psylocke we don't care about. Okay. Do they snap on me here? What are they doing? What are they up to? We got the Hit Monkey! Yes! So, on the last turn, we'll have 7 energy. Our Hit Monkey only costs 2 now. Phastos got him the discount. Our Sage is 2/4 temporarily. I think, do we just do nothing? I think we do nothing because it's a 7-turn game. Let's sit still. We're not going to draw a card, but I think that's okay. Our hand looks good. The only thing we're really missing is like Angela and Bass. Oh, they got my Phastos from White Palace. They waited. These server bots did not want to flex on me with their Phastos, so they waited. Very kind of them, very nice to let me get most of the value from it. So I think I'm going to just play the Mysterio, play the Hit Monkey, play the Sage, and watch these numbers go big. Because Hit Monkey's massive. The Sage is going to be monstrous. Okay, Sage is going to be the biggest thing here. And luckily we were able to fit in this energy curve because Phastos gave us some nice discounts where we needed it. Yeah, I think we lose the middle, but we are blowing them out of the water on the left and the right. Yeah, our bishops got massive. Alright, a 14 and a 24 power Sage. Phastos helping us squeeze in all this energy, get this combo, even skip turn 5. That's a pretty good outcome there. I'm liking the looks of this Phastos bounce list. The final list that I want to show you is this Fast Evo deck. Now, I cannot take full credit for this one. I slapped in Phastos right away, clicked auto deck build, see what it would give me, and it came out with high Evo. And at first, I was a little bit confused. I thought it was just random, but it's pretty good, it turns out. Okay, we've got magic in here to extend the game, and I've talked about this already. Phastos loves having magic. He loves having the extra turn. But high Evo decks love to float energy. So if you draw even like an Evolved Hulk for 5 energy and you play him on turn 6 and you're floating just 1, he's gonna power up more. Your Sunspot's gonna power up. Your Misty Knight, your Cyclops could trigger. Like the -1 cost from Phastos goes so far in this deck. It's crazy, and the plus power is obviously good as well. I mean, this deck tries to go big, especially right on the final turns. You know, you slap down a huge Hulk, you could get a cheap Abomination that maybe has like 11 power. I mean, it feels really nice. All right, let's see what we can cook here. We've got Scorpion and we have Phastos. Okay, now we do still want magic. Oh, baby, this is looking good. Yeah, we're feeling good this game. Phastos will give us 4 buffed up draws. And I think with high Evo, we probably do want the minus cost a bit more. didn't get the sunspot. You know, that's okay. We're going to miss out on that. Oh, man. Everything is getting buffed up here. Okay, hopefully we still have time and we don't draw all of our good stuff right away. Just need one more turn until Phastos hits the board. Then we'll come down with magic. Okay, our opponent's just like playing every one-cost card they could put in their deck here. We'll send a little bit of venom their way. Phastos on Vibranium Mines could be interesting. I could have 0 4s or 1 5s. That's not bad, but I do want to draw my Evolved Hulk and She-Hulk. I think that's a bit more ideal. Okay, our opponent, they're keeping up the one-cost cards. They're getting the Vibranium as well. I guess I'm expecting a Kazoo type deck. They got Carnage in there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're up to. I'm gonna do my own thing. Let's hit them with Cyclops, and then we will come in with Magic next turn. We don't usually play our High Evo himself, but he's a 4/6, so if we decide to play him, he's actually got a bit more stats here, which is nice. Okay, so the vault will reopen on turn 7. I'm not worried about missing my chance to play there. My opponent's snapping on me. Probably not the best idea. I don't even think I need to play Abomination. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a little greedy. He's going to become free if my Cyclops hits their Angel. I will have a free Abomination on the board. Or I could just play the Thing. Yeah, our opponent's doing some stuff. What that stuff is, I don't know. But we're going to focus on our own thing. There's the free Abomination. Armor is a 2/5. Missy's a 0/2. It looks like we have... The last 2 cards in our deck are the most important. It is the Evolved Hulk and She-Hulk. Now, we don't know which one we're going to draw. We just have to be ready to draw one of them. Let me do this. I'm still gonna be sneaky with this Abomination here. I'm only playing Misty Knight. She was free. She's normally 1 cost. Phastos made her completely free, which is great. I'm playing her because she's adding power with that spared energy. Okay, there's the Hulk. We got a 5/12. So that's actually pretty good. I can play Hulk plus armor this turn, or I can just float that 2 energy. Not the hardest decision. I guess I'm just gonna do this. I guess armor doesn't matter. I do have priority, but it is 5 power on the armor. So Hulk getting the discount really helped me out here. I think maybe I'll switch my order here. There we go. This is looking good. Yeah, this looks nice. I don't need Cyclops to trigger again. Phastos let us squeeze out that Hulk and armor in the same lane. If we had priority, it would have been even more helpful. And we took the game. Yeah, Phastos right on curve was great. And Magic allowing us to just draw an extra buffed card. Even though Evolved Hulk was that second to last card in our deck, we had extra time. And that was really helpful. It has been my pleasure to do this community spotlight video, especially for an awesome and powerful card like Phastos. If you want to check me out, you can find me right here on YouTube at Docty_Snap, where I cover every single upcoming card release, help you plan your spotlight caches, and what to use your very precious collector's tokens on through my Series 4 and Series 5 buy guide video. So until then, stay positive. I'll see you next time.